I'm coming out through the front. I was like, cool. So I start pulling out to the front of Siemens, the company out there in Alpharetta, and I pull up to the front, and I promise you, it was like, and only way I can explain it is like of Men in Black. It's like 5 black cars swerve. I'm like, what the? You know what I'm saying? You're like, is this really happening? What is going on? And then this guy jumps out, like 2 guys jump out, 1 black guy, 1 white guy, and they're in black suits, and they're like, put your fucking hands on the dashboard. I'm like, okay. What is going on? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they put me out there like, well, this is a guy who meets your description, a black male because I was wearing a Pirates hat with a Pittsburgh Pirates. I was like, go figure.
He's not even a Pittsburgh Pirates fan.
I like
talking about.
I like the color. I had on Timberlands that day, and it matched my Timberlands.
It went good.
I looked good that day, by the way. It was a good look for me.
If I'm gonna get arrested with my cap, it's gonna be my team, damn it.
So I get pulled. I mean, I'm like, this is ridiculous. So like when he says this, I'm like, I thought maybe I was speeding or something. Like,
You start thinking of stuff.
like what the hell? And then like I see like when the cops start yelling at you, like one guy yelling right here and another guy yelling at the other side of the ear. So you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? You're like, maybe I did rob a bank. Like,
Yeah.
was I at the bank? I was like, no.
Did I go to the ATM?
I didn't even stop at the bank. I was like, I just came straight from work. And then like, and then the most embarrassing part about it though really was, I was in front of my wife's job. You know, it's like I'm in front, and this is a Siemens. This is a big company. This is a big company. So big wigs are walking out, and you know the first thing she says, "Oh my God, what did you do?" I'm like, I didn't do nothing. And they're like, "Put your hands down." I'm like, okay. Like, what is really going on? I'm making light of the situation, but it was really dramatic for me. It was like if you ever had guns pointed at you, I mean, it is
no joke.
really ridiculous. Like it was, and I was standing there for over an hour, and I had to stand up, and like, I mean,
What did they say to you after they figured out that you wasn't the dude?
My bad.
There you go. Pretty much, it was. Oh well.
Oops.
We looked at tape, and from the side view, we can tell that wasn't you, sir.
Oh man.
Like, son, are you kidding me?
You gonna buy me some McDonald's? With
Like
something?
nothing.
What's up?
Not
Didn't
even
give me
an apology.
Not like just like sorry for your inconvenience, and it's like
Have a nice day.
yeah, like it's
Call us if you need it.
yeah, call us like really guys like.
Oh man.
Again, this is Alpharetta, Georgia. Alpharetta, Georgia is in the northeast corridor of Metro Atlanta.
Georgia 400.
Majority white area. So if you're a black
400
man,
stands for 400,000.
if you're a black man wandering around Alpharetta, Georgia, trust me, you got eyes on you.
Yep.
All
I
right.
worked out there, and I'm not even going to my story. But it was not. It did not end well either in Alpharetta. One of my traffic stops.
Oh,
was
okay.
out in that direction.
That DWB, yeah, I get it all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I definitely could dig it. We gotta do better, man. And I'm calling you out again. We called out the police. We want y'all to come on the show. Answer these questions for us. We trying to fix things around here, man. We got a lot of high school, we got a lot of bad experience.
And it's crazy because I actually have a homegirl who I'm really cool with, and she's a police officer, and she's a police officer for College Park. So
man.
I would definitely give her a shout out and see if maybe because she's a good woman. She's actually one of the few, you know, that
trying to do it right. That
and like I told her, because she got a little upset when I was saying a couple things on Twitter. And I understand, it's a family. Just like the military, it's a family, One team, one fight. But at the end of the day, we need to hear some things,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll definitely give her a shout out, see if maybe she can make a guest appearance.
Right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving, man. Like I said, any police officers, lawmen, Come talk to us, man. All you lawmakers, that's what I want.
Don't come in uniform.
No, just come regular. We all civilians in here except one of us. So just come holler at us. Truth be told, we'll make you a drink. We can hash it out. We can debate without fighting. So holler at us. We're going to hit a few more topics, man. We have about 35, 36 minutes, so we're going to try to end strong. Shout out to Rodney King. He just passed. He was found in his pool, reeking of alcohol and marijuana.
Hey, he went out like a G.
So, the story has not came out. We don't know if
Are they arrived?
Well, actually, his TMZ once again, reliable source. TMZ has reported that his friends are saying they are not buying his girlfriend's story. Interesting fact there. So.
I mean, I always think foul play with stuff like that because, like I said, from the report I heard, the neighbors said they heard music and crying and then a splash.
I mean, music, then crying. Like
That's how
Sounds like CSI.
So it's just like I'm playing that in my head, like okay.
we need the Law and Order beat right here. Dun, 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 dun.
So what do you got, Edge?
Yeah, but look, hey, let's be real. Who knows what happened? Right? Rodney King, he probably gets into the same situations a lot of black men get into.
First of all, let's stop. Let's not judge him. All right. In California, you can get marijuana legally. Maybe he had a problem. Let's not be quick to jump to conclusions.
Okay, he had glaucoma.
Ounces,
It was okay.
He had glaucoma. He had glaucoma.
Okay. I get it.
Well, I think just for the traumatic experiences he's had,
Yes, he should be allowed.
He get a pass off. Of
Exactly.
GP.
Matter of fact, they should go to Colombia and ship him the best weed. Like
He should have a direct import.
Oh, yes. Rodney King should have a direct import.
Shout out to Rodney on all
Well, he probably got direct import
All
on
seriousness.
that, too.
All seriousness.
Yeah, in all seriousness, Colombia is cocaine.
Excuse me, Mexico.
Right.
But definitely shout out. Rest.
He went through a lot, man.
R.I.P.
He stood for a huge movement.
Hey, man. Just imagine how hard it was to be that focal point for that movement.
Especially in that time.
He was the focal point. Like, people still bring his name up in rap lyrics to this day.
He opened people's eyes. He opened people's eyes who never seen.
Nah. He didn't open people's eyes. The police opened people's eyes. I mean, he was just a part of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to belittle his
Legacy.
Yes, but
And what that really was the beginning of everybody having video cameras. Period. And that was the first big instance of filming the police doing the wrong thing.
well, have y'all seen on World Star Hip Hop? First of all, shout out World Star Hip Hop at World Star Hip Hop on Twitter. Follow them. But World Star Hip Hop showed another one with the camera phone being one of the greatest inventions ever created. In Philadelphia, once again, they apprehend a young black man. Okay, I get it. He was rowdy. There was 3 police officers there. At that point, it looked like they had it under control. Another police officer comes with whatever they call a baton or whatever you want to call it, billy club, and beats the living crap out of him.
Yeah.
To where you saw it, where he started bleeding from his head, and it's one of those instances like I can't tell you. It makes me so upset. It's like it's hard to watch.
It makes you want to come from off screen and just start.
It's like, how am I supposed to feel about law enforcement? Like, you see the guy, they have this guy apprehended, and then like you want to inflict force. I mean, people want to say, well, I mean, it's just the human. Well, no. We just like when we have athletes, we criticize our athletes for not being clutch. Just like we criticize our lawmakers
for not doing their job correctly.
You're a police officer.
You gotta use restraint.
You have to use restraint. So I mean, I think maybe we need to do some more psychological tests on these guys or something.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, I think there needs to be a lot more insight on what these cops are really doing.
There needs to be more training on these situations.
Thank you.
Like,
Training.
don't be afraid to have a class and be like, okay, if you got a guy doing this, what do you do? It's 6 of you.
Well, think about the type of person you have to be to want to
be a cop. Yes.
And that 26,000 ain't hit.
Once you have that mentality, then really, like in the military, they have to train you guys in order to show them how to rein it in, how to handle it.
Yeah.
And apparently they're not doing a good job of it. That's all it is.
I mean, I understand the whole thing with a cop. Oh, you want to protect yourself. All right, but there's a time and place for everything we need to protect.
But at the end of the day, being a cop, the number one thing they need to be showing is leadership.
Yeah.
And which I think they're lacking. You cannot have people that aren't leaders being cop. If they're not leaders, they can't be a cop.
And not used to power.
Exactly, because being a leader, you're able to step back, to fall back, you be able to range back, and understand situations and be a little bit more mindful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but a lot of people aren't leaders, and I mean, at the end of the day, it goes back to mom, dad, daddy's there, mommy's there. How were you in high school? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a big problem in society. And like y'all was saying, training is huge.
Yeah.
How many jobs train you to do your job?
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
They don't want to spend that money to train.
Money, yeah.
They
To
like,
train.
you figure it out. You figure it out.
You'll figure it out when you get to the situation.
I mean, you have a new cop. You know, he's supposed to learn from experience. He goes to the field and experiences all types of whatever they have to deal with.
Yeah.
All right, and they see how these old guys are doing it, and they're doing it the way they were taught.
But see, police have a high turnover now, just like other jobs. Because these cats get in these real situations, and they can't handle it. They get scarred just like we do. And you see the old cop handling stuff like he's been handling, you the rookie, you're like, I don't want no parts of that. You can't go back to the force. You can't go back in the building and you didn't have your partners back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I always told the boys, you know, being a cop, being a fireman, being a teacher, you don't do that for the money. You don't do
it for the money.
You do it because you want to serve the community.
And that's what you believe in.
Right, you believe in it. And you're not going to be a good cop, anything else. And a lot of these guys are just power hungry. They just want to pound somebody's head in and not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And that's really the biggest problem within that and the fact that, again, you have a whole part of society that will never call a cop, no matter what they see in the street.
Yeah.
That's why we have things like the Trayvon Martin thing happening. All right, I guarantee you, if that was in a different neighborhood, nobody would have probably called the police. They would have handled it themselves. Somebody like you.
Let them come out to DeKalb County.
That's what I'm talking about. All right,
Let them be out on
nobody
Cameron
will
Road.
call the police. Okay.
Metropolitan Parkway.
Oh man, George who?
Yep.
No, we ain't seen him.
We ain't seen him.
I saw bits and pieces of him over there.
I don't even know no dude named George. But yeah, man, I don't even know how we got back to the police.
Yeah,
It's an issue. It's
issue,
deep.
man.
It's deep.
It's deep.
This is real
It's
life,
deep.
man. The
Hey,
truth be
hey.
told.
You got 4 black men sitting around in a table, man. You're gonna be talking about shit like this because it's part of our lives.
Yeah, it is.
Every time you walk out in the street,
It don't matter what generation.
you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's why I spend a lot of time with my boys talking about it, talking about how they should handle it. And you know, like you said, it came in handy.
And I think I can speak for everybody when I say we want better, but just from what we've seen, we don't believe.
Well, I don't believe it.
We don't
I don't
believe.
believe
I don't
it.
either.
So,
And like I said, I'm an optimist. I give everybody a fair shake, but the situations I've been in dealing with law enforcement, I've gotten prejudged. I've been a category. I've been a stereotype, and that's not what it is, man. Clearly, that's not what it is. We 4 brothers educated. We sitting here trying to hash things out, man. We can work this out, man. Like I said, we just talking about Rodney King. I like how everything we talking about is tying together.
Yeah.
Because seriously, man, what did Rodney King say? What was his famous tagline? Can't we all just get along? You know what I mean? Seriously.
And it hurts me because like you know, you see some of the ignorant things that happen in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I would, you know, 50 Cent, you know, he ain't saying a lot of positive things, but there's one thing he said. He said, fuck the hood. He said, fuck the hood, man. I ain't going back. Fuck the hood. Because that's exactly what it is. It's the hood. At the end of the day, if you about anything, you ain't in the hood.
You gotta get out of there.
You gotta get out.
It's a phase.
That is it. And if you're strong, the hood ain't where it's at. And if you're a strong man, you know what I'm saying, you're not in the hood. You don't want your kids growing up in the hood. You don't want your kids going to school. Like when I had kids, I'm gonna look at the school district. How many murders?
Right.
how many pedophiles? My kid is not going to a school next to a hood. Period. Point